Hi guys. Okay, today we are going to be doing a full face of BoxyCharm makeup. I've had BoxyCharm for a couple years now. I want to say about 2.5 years, and I have to say we've accumulated a lot. I've accumulated a lot of makeup from BoxyCharm. However, I don't keep it all because not all of it works for me. A lot of things that I don't keep from BoxyCharm are their eyeshadow palettes. So I wanted to do this video while I still had a couple of their eyeshadow palettes in my possession. There's nothing wrong with them. Sometimes they're just not colors I'll use, or once in a while the formula will not be the greatest, but I do have an entire full face besides foundation and concealer because obviously BoxyCharm does not give you that. Let's pull out this basket because it is full. Like, I don't just have one product for every category. Most of the categories I do have multiple products for. So let's try to see if I can pull out some primers in here. I have two primers that I've kept from BoxyCharm. The first one is the Pores No More Luminizer Primer by Dr. Brandt. I love this stuff. I've used it multiple times and I love, love, love this stuff. And then I have the No Problem Primer by Touch in Sol. We just recently got this and I've been using it and I really do like it. So we're gonna start off with that and we're gonna prime my face. And I will be using both of these primers. I just wanted to let you know. That Dr. Brandt primer just gave a very light glow to the skin. I really do like that stuff. Okay, now that the face is primed, I'm gonna go real quick off camera and do my foundation and concealer. For foundation and concealer, I'm just going to be using my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion and my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Okay, now that foundation and concealer is done, I did forget one product for primer. We also got the Smashbox Photo Finish Serene Green Primer Water, but I'm going to use this as my setting spray. Next up, I need to set my face. And I have this Pretty Vulgar, the Powder Room Mad About It loose setting powder. I'm going to use this to set my under eyes and my T-zone. We got this on a BoxyCharm about a month or so back and stuff. I've actually used this quite a bit and it's pretty good. So I'm just going to set my face real quick. One thing about this powder that I really like that's kind of weird is that the sifter in it is so far down that it's really deep at the top. So when you like dump the powder back in after you use it, it actually goes back in. It doesn't spill everywhere. Next, I'm gonna take that Smashbox spray and just spray my face just to melt all that powder in. I've never used this before, so. Yeah, it says it's the 3-in-1 face primer, prep, set, and refresh. So I can use this now. But I like the packaging. It's like very thick packaging. Let's get the mister out before okay. Ooh. What is the scent of this one? Is this supposed to be like cucumber? Because that's what it smells like. And I don't enjoy it. Okay. I just don't like the smell of that, man. My lips are feeling a little dry, so let's move into lips real quick. A couple like lip care products we've gotten the Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper and a Pure Cosmetics lip exfoliator, which I will use when the time comes. It's the Exfol Lips Plumping Lip Exfoliator. But I've used this Hydrating Lip Plumper. It is really nice. The only thing I don't like is how deep the color is. You just click it up, which I've just clicked it twice, and you can see the products like coming out. I'm just gonna apply this to my lips. And that's what it looks like on the lips, very dark color. Which if you were just wearing this alone by itself, then yeah, that's nice. But I like to like put my lip plumper on and then like wipe it off and put lipstick on, so. But the next thing I'm going to move on to is my base. And we've gotten quite a few base products from BoxyCharm. These are all bronzer products we've gotten from BoxyCharm. The first one we got from BoxyCharm, which it actually came in a Boxy Luxe, but it is the Tarte Park Ave Princess palette, the Chisel palette, which looks like this. I don't use this very much. The only shade I really use is Princess Cut, and sometimes I'll use Enhance to chisel it out. But this palette smells really, really good. And it is nice and it does blend nice. I don't know what one we're gonna use today, but that is one of them. And then we get a lot of items from Pure. This is the Pure Sculptor Highlight and Contour Palette, which this one's a little too dark for my skin tone. I can sometimes use this one if I go in really, really light, but the highlights in here are really, really pretty. We got this one about a year or so back, maybe. And then the next one we got is the Pure Bronze and Brightener Dreamer Bronze and Brighten Cheek Palette. So it's got Blushing Glow, Afterglow, and Mineral Glow. These are all shimmery shades, but they're really, really pretty. Like, this highlight is my favorite highlight we've probably ever gotten from BoxyCharm. Like, look at that. Holy crap. I think this might be what I'm using today. We'll see. And then we got a Cover FX Perfector Face Palette, light to medium. It looks like this. I've used this before. The highlights are okay, but that brightener shade is a really pretty highlighter, and the contour shade is pretty nice. I don't care for the blush shade, it's just not my cup of tea. So, I remember the last one we got was the Pretty Vulgar Bronze Mannequin Bronzer, which I've never used this, so I think this is what we're gonna go in with today. But as you can see, BoxyCharm loves to give us face palettes, and you will see coming up, they love to give us face products in general. So I'm just gonna go in with this bronzer. Okay, I did kick up a little powder in the pan. I'm gonna tap some off. We're gonna go in really light. Okay, not bad. If you guys have watched my videos before, you know pretty much how I do my makeup is I just apply the product, blend it out very lightly, and then I almost always go in with a different brush and blend. I need a bigger mirror, because I don't want to look at you guys to show you, but I can't with the mirror. So I'm going to take the mirror from the Cover FX palette, which I love, that they give us this big of a mirror. Okay. This is a nice bronzer. It's a good shade for my skin tone, which I like. The real test will be how it blends when I go in with my powder brush. And then we're just gonna take it with my nose. Okay. It's not splotchy or anything, which I like. I'm looking crazy. Let's blend this out. And then I'm just gonna go in with my same face brush, and I just go in and lightly buff it all out. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better. I have like products in my lap because I don't really have too many places to put things, and they're like falling between my sides. Okay, I'm liking this a lot better. This is actually a really nice bronzer. The test will be, I'm liking this a lot. It looks really nice. This headband's falling off of my head. This headband we actually got in a BoxyCharm as well, or a Boxy Luxe. Next, I need highlighter. Okay. There's highlighter in this palette as well, the Wander Beauty Wanderous Dusk to Dawn Blush and Highlighter Palette. This is not my favorite. We got this in a box in December. Not my favorite. This is the highlighter shade that comes in it. I just don't like the pan setup and how small these pans are. So we have a highlighter in here, we have a highlighter in this palette, we have a highlighter in this palette, and a highlighter in this palette. Oh, and I have a couple liquid highlighters, but I'm not going to use them. So we also got the Tarte Pro Glow Liquid Illuminating Highlighter in Stunner, and we got the Cover FX Glitter Drops. back in November, and we got these a while back. I'm gonna take the highlight in the Pure Bronze and Brighten palette, because I want you guys to see. I'm gonna tap a lot of that off because this is an intense highlighter. And can you see that? That is crazy. Okay, that's the highlighter on. It's a very pretty shade. I love that highlighter. Next, we need to go in with blush. I'm looking a little crazy today. So we have blush in this Wander Beauty blush palette. We have blush in this Cover FX palette. And we also have, we've gotten this Z palette, like this palette itself from BoxyCharm, and we've gotten this palette from BoxyCharm. Inside, when we got each palette, like we got blushes from Ofra. I got the Ofra blush in Rendezeris, which is that pretty shade right there. I think that one came in the big palette, and then this next one came in the smaller palette. This is Chameleon, which if I can hold this up, there we go. Both pretty shades. And then we got some more single blushes. We got a Note Cosmetics blush in Desert Rose, which looks like this, very pretty shade. And then we got a Laura Geller Baked blush in Tropic Hues. And my favorite blush we've ever gotten, in, like, I own it all, is this Pretty Vulgar blush and Make Them Blush Hush blush. And it looks like this. This is my favorite blush ever. Love the formula and the shade. Today we're going to go in with the Laura Geller blush because I don't use this one nearly enough. It's a really pretty shade though. It does have a light sheen to it, which I'm going for a little bit of a dewy look, so it'll be really pretty. Oh, I love that blush. And then I like to just go in with my big powder brush and lightly blend everything together just to make sure it's all sunk in nicely. Okay. And then next we're gonna go in with eyebrows. I'm actually gonna wipe away this lip product because I need to drink my coffee. This is the cup of today. It says, this side's the side to read first. Never underestimate the power of a hissy fit because some battles are worth the fight. There's a really funny story behind this cup. My grandparents, because for those of you that don't know, I lived with my grandparents for almost 5 years. And growing up, I was a very opinionated child. Very, very opinionated child. If I didn't agree with something, my opinion was heard. Wasn't always to the best of my benefit, but my opinion was heard. And so when my grandparents went to Florida, they got me that cup because I like to argue a lot. And I never knew growing up what to argue about and what not to argue about. I just argued about everything. Anything I didn't agree with, I just argued. Argued because I was a very opinionated child. And my grandpa, his biggest lessons try to teach me to only pick certain battles to argue with, because no matter what, I'm gonna lose. And that was something that took me a very long time to learn. That is why I have that cup. But we've gotten a couple, let's move on to the makeup. We've gotten a couple products from BoxyCharm for their eyebrows. The first one I got was the It Cosmetics Brow Power. Now this is not the same one. I did repurchase a new one because I did like this pencil. It just looks like this. It's a very thick tip, but it works really nicely, and then it's got a spoolie on the other end. I'm not going to use that one today. This actually was in the box. I'm going to put it back in the box. I just wanted to show you. And then we got the Iconic London Sculpt and Boost Eyebrow Cushion, which came in a Boxy Luxe in this month. It looks like this. I've actually used this, and we're going to use this today. And then we got the Billion Dollar Brows Universal Brow Pencil, which I've used this as well. Not my favorite. It's a little too dark for my eyebrows. It's got a spoolie on the other end. And then we have the Tonya Crooks, the Brow Gal Instant Brow Hair, Insta-Tint Brow Brown Hair 02 Tinted Brow Gel with Microfibers. This stuff's just a little too dark for my eyebrows. I like mine a little lighter because I do have lighter hair. Another item we got from BoxyCharm, which I don't have, is the Chilla Eyebrow Pomade. But today we're going to use this iconic London one, the eyebrow cushion, which I'm going to show you guys how I like to use this. So I'm going to use the Sonia Kashuk eyebrow brush, and what I like to do is take, let's see if I can peel. Is it just me, but does anybody else ever always leave the plastic on their mirrors unless you need the mirror? Because that's what I do. I literally always leave the plastic on my mirrors. I don't know why, I just do. But today I needed it, so the plastic came off. Okay, what I like to do first is I just spoolie my eyebrows up and in the shape I want them. Man, oh man, my eyebrows need to be plucked. And then I take my small angled brush and I go in with the light shade because that's the shade I like to use. Now this stuff is really pigmented, so what I do, I have just a towel right here because I always have a towel when doing my makeup. I like to take the sides of the brush like this and just press them on the towel to get all that pigment off. And then I will take the product that's left and I start at the middle of my brow. And I always start at the arch. That's just the way I do it. So that's what I do, is I always start at the arch of my brow and I always make the arch, and then I go in, after the arch is done, I go into the bottom and sculpt out the bottom. One tip that most of you probably know, which I just want to remind you, the lighter you push in these pomades and like cushion products, the less product you get, so the easier it is to work with. You always want to go in with little product, little, because it's a lot harder to take the product out of your brow than it is to add more. But now that I have the and like the bottom of my eyebrow filled out, now I go in and I finish out the tail. So now that the tail's filled in, now we work on the front half. So I just take a very small amount of that product, and now I'm just gonna go up like this. Very light, like hair-like strokes, just up, 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 up. And if you can tell, we have that huge gap right here, so I'm gonna take just a very, 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 very small amount of product and just lightly fill that in. You don't want it to look like a line or anything, because you just kind of want it to feather itself in. So we have something like that. And then take your spoolie and brush it out. I like to brush quite a bit out just because it helps me. It makes my eyebrows look a little better. And that's what we have. And then you can always go back in, and I think personally it needs a little more on the edge, so I'm going to go in and fill that in a little more. And you just finesse it until it's done. And that is one eyebrow. And I'm gonna real quick do the other one off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, both eyebrows are done. Man, oh man, does anybody else have an eyebrow that never wants to cooperate with anything? Yeah, for me it's this one. And then just to show you, I'm gonna take the Brow Gel and just apply that real quick. You see how much darker it made that eyebrow compared to that eyebrow? Yeah, not a big fan of that, because now I look like I have black brows, but okie dokie. Next we're going to move into eyeshadow. Like I said, we do tend to get eyeshadow palettes. For a while we were getting them one a month for a very long time, but I did declutter most of my BoxyCharm eyeshadows just because honestly they weren't anything special. But I do have 3 here to show you. The first one is the Laura Lee Los Angeles Party Animal Palette. We got that in a BoxyCharm. And we got this Ace Beauté Grandoise eyeshadow palette. Looks like that. And last but not least, we got this one this month in Boxy Luxe. And it is the Morphe 15D eyeshadow palette, which sure what I want to do. I think I want to do something very simple because I have quite a few colored lip products to use. So I think today we're just going to take the Ace Beauté palette and dip into like the brown and light shade. We also get one thing that most people don't talk about in BoxyCharm is we get a lot of brushes in BoxyCharm. We've gotten Elmar Cosmetics, we've gotten Luxie, lots and lots and lots and lots of Luxie brushes. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. I'm going to take an Elmar Cosmetics fluffy brush and dip into the Patchouli shade, which is just a really lighter, like a light shade. And I'm gonna put that in the crease. I have a mirror right here, so if I look down, okay, that shade's really light and not really doing much for my eyebrows. I'm gonna go with the shade Cinnamon, which is that dark brown. And the same fluffy brush, just really lightly. I'm just gonna pop that in the crease because the shade I was using before did absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that I just totally forgot because it's up here in my vanity, but we got this in our BoxyCharm as well. This is the Elmar Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. It's this eyeshadow palette right here, and oh my gosh, we're using this today because the shimmer shades in this eyeshadow palette are to die for. Like, look at those, and the formula on this eyeshadow palette is amazing. So I'm gonna go in with that cinnamon shade, and that cinnamon shade's nicely blended out. And I think what I'm gonna do today is just like a halo eye. I'm going to take the Luxie 141 mini round brush. We got this in a BoxyCharm as well. And I'm going to take the shade Cafecito, which is that dark brown right there, very little bit. And I'm gonna pop that in the outer and inner corner of my eye. So that's what I have, and I have a little spot in the middle. And I'm going to swatch these shimmers for you though, because I need you to see. Like, I'm just taking my finger, and I'm just 1, 2. 1, like that one I did 1 on. 1, 2. And I'm gonna do some swatches because y'all need to see. Like, holy cow. Oh my gosh. Let's see what lip products I have. Okay. We have quite a few brighter lip products, so I think I'm gonna go in with the pink shade. Again, on an Elmar Cosmetics brush, which is the same brand that makes this eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna take it dry. I'm gonna take the La Costa shade, which is that light pink, and just a little bit, just like that. And I just dropped an eyeshadow palette, and I'm just gonna pop it on the center of my lid. Like, look at that. And that's dry. That eyeshadow palette is, oh my gosh. Okay, and then I'm going to take that cinnamon shade again, which is from the Ace Beauté palette. That dark brown, like the medium brown shade right there. And I'm gonna pop that on the lower lash line. And that is the finished eye look, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye real quick, and I will be right back. Okay, that is the finished eye look. I am in love with those eyeshadow, like that eyeshadow palette. Oh my gosh. Okay, next we need mascara. We've gotten quite a few mascaras in BoxyCharm. I have 3 of them. We got the Wander Beauty Unleash Volume and Curl Mascara. We got the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. And the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I'm going to use the It Cosmetics Mascara just because I already have a sample of it open. I just have a little mini sample. So I'm going to apply that real quick. So that's just a thin coat on my lashes. This mascara gives a lot of volume, or a lot of length, but not a lot of volume. Okay, I just added another coat, and you can see them. They're a little crazy. But this mascara is very, very watery as well. Okay, mascara's on. I do want to talk about eyeliner because I didn't apply any. I have 3 eyeliners we've gotten from BoxyCharm. The first one I have is the Pretty Vulgar The Ink Blacklist Gel Eyeliner, which I love this stuff. You can't see in it because it's like black on black, but it's like this little inkwell. Super cute, love that. And then I have the Chocolate Gel Eyeliner by Bang Beauty Cosmetics. Now, this was a terrible eyeliner, I have to say. It pills up, doesn't apply nicely. Some people use it for eyebrows, some people use it as a base. I don't know. And then I have a Jante Blue Glittery Star Eyeliner, which we got back in November. It's just a black eyeliner, but it's got a little bit of glitter in it, which you're not going to be able to see on camera. But it's super duper pretty. I'm not a big eyeliner wearer, but when I do, I prefer gel, like pot eyeliner, like the Pretty Vulgar one. So I think next is lips. So we're going to go in and exfoliate my lips with the Pure Exfo Lip Plumping Lip Exfoliator. This stuff is it doesn't have a lot of like scrub to it. It's just very moisturizing. And I don't notice any plumping difference. It's nice for a little moisture and a little exfoliation, but I have a lot of lip products in here. So let's just go through a few lip liners. We got a Jante Blue lip liner in Spice. I got a Bodyography lip liner in Timber. I got this Beauty Creations Longwear Matte Lip Gloss. It looks like that. I got an Ofra liquid lipstick in Verona. We got 2 more Ofra liquid lipsticks. One in the shade Havana Nights and Miami Fever. And then we got a Desi New York High Definition Liquid Lipstick. It doesn't have a shade name on it. We got some Smashbox liquid lipsticks. One in the shade Psychic Medium. One in the shade Rust Fund, which this one's really, really pretty. We got a Hank & Henry liquid lipstick in Petal Pusher. We got 2 Kat Von D liquid lipsticks, one in Hawkwind and Bow and Arrow. And then I got 2 Tarteist lip paints in Strike Gold and Insta Famous, which both of those are really, really pretty. And then this month we got in Boxy Luxe a Becca lipstick in Sugar. And in my regular BoxyCharm, I got an Oriza Beauty lip gloss. But we get a lot of lip products in BoxyCharm. And like I said, I don't keep everything. I just keep things I know I'll wear. I think with this this eye look and everything, I'm going to wear the Hank & Henry liquid lipstick in Petal Pusher. So let me apply that real quick. Okay, so that's the shade on my lips. It's a very creamy formula, and I gotta say, it smells like cake, which is amazing. Smells so good. I think I'm gonna add a gloss on the top, just because we have it, and I'm gonna do the gloss in Strike Gold. Which these two, they smell like vanilla. That's with the gloss applied. I love, love, love it. Let's take this off, and my hair is looking a little crazy now, so let's fix that real quick. And that is the finished look. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, do not forget to subscribe down below. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If 3 times a week is not enough for you, I have my social media down below. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Let me know in the comments below, because I love interacting with you guys. Let me know if you guys get BoxyCharm, what products you've gotten, and what is your favorite BoxyCharm product. Thank you guys for watching, and can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye!